This episode of Casual Friday is brought to you by Loot Crate.
I remember when some of the kids were slinging the Guitar Hero guitars over their back, like it was a guitar.
What did you just say to me?
I wasn't around for that.
Yeah.
I think the only plastic peripheral I own is the gun holster for the Wiimote to play Call of Duty.
I believe it's called the Zapper.
Why. The Zapper.
The Zapper?
That sounds kind of cool. I always like the stupid guns.
Well, speaking of plastic and getting stuff, I mean, I assume we're gonna get stuff at PAX.
Yeah, swag.
Actually, and also, you know that PAX spelled backwards would be Zap.
Zap.
Shut up. That's terrible. Why would you say that?
Well, it's just true. That's how you would pronounce it. Zap.
Okay, now we're even for the saying we were going to go
And
scout
another
up our
interesting
mind.
PAX news.
I mean, okay. So PAX, I think you brought this up.
Yeah.
Like you talked about E3. It's an expo. It's a business conference.
Yeah.
You were saying the same thing about GDC. PAX is a tougher one to just kind of explain in like 6 words or less.
It's a party.
It's a video game convention.
See, that's how you're underselling it.
No, I mean in the Comic-Con sense. It is like Comic-Con but for video games is the best way.
Well, it's also like Comic-Con but for nice people.
Yeah, which is weird, you know? I don't know.
I mean, I view it in a different way, obviously, because I'm coming from an industry perspective, but I sort of always assumed that PAX was more of a social event and people go there, you know, like maybe to check out the games, but also to hang out with their friends and maybe do cosplay and go to the parties at night. I was so surprised last year at PAX by how many people, like for instance, they had Borderlands 2 playable there for the public. People were waiting in line to play that game for 4 hours, and then they were leaving and going right back in the line to play it again.
Yeah.
And it made me realize, like, there are people who get a totally different experience out of this than what I would imagine.
Well, because there's a sense of rarity. I mean, not to sound like Captain Privilege or anything like that.
No, but we totally do.
Yeah,
I mean.
but like the opportunity to play Borderlands 2 ahead of release is something that I actually expect.
And it was like 2 weeks before release, too.
That always what strikes me as weird is like, you're playing a game that you're gonna own real soon, you know? And
Yeah.
the stuff that you go there and they're like, wanna pre-order it?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I love you.
But,
I love
okay,
you right now,
but
game.
I've done that. I did that with one game, even as a professional, and that was Skyrim. Like, it was like, get out of my way. I'm gonna sit down here. I'm gonna play this. And when I was playing it, I was doing it to make decisions about what I was gonna do when I actually got it, and I was gonna spend my 100+ hours. Playing it.
Because you don't want to put a bunch of time
That might
in
be
and
the
then have to go on.
closest I've gotten because I turned into
I mean,
someone with drool coming out of their mouth.
I mean, had you played it before that at that point?
Not like from the beginning where I was really kind of having a deeper dive.
Okay, because PAX was the first time I got hands on with Skyrim, and I was like, that was the best. I had the best time with that. It was so cool. It's like I set a wolf on fire, saw a butterfly, killed it, you know, saw some skeletons.
I know which butterfly you're talking about.
Yeah,
the one at the beginning.
I asked about fish. I was like, hey, how many fish are in the game?
You
like, I don't
always
know.
ask about fish.
That was the
though.
first time I ever asked about fish.
Really?
Yeah, because I was so excited because I saw them. They had, like at that point, we'd only seen X amount of gameplay, and then they've got this all the TVs are just showing gameplay and people playing it. And I'm like, holy shit! You can just go in the water and just pick up fish. Just pick them up. You just grab the fish.
See how easy it is to have a fanboy moment at PAX?
It was exciting. And I mean, that's the thing is, I wish that, I don't know if we're going to see this more. I think you see it sometimes at Comic-Con, but seeing exclusive builds that are getting games, there is a sense of exclusivity. Like, it's not just like, here's the game you're going to play in when it comes out in 2 weeks, but like, here's the first time we've let the public play the game, you know? And I guess a lot of the time that is what PAX is, but it's...
But it almost gets you more excited for it, seeing other people get excited about it who aren't, you know, like,
I mean, if they were like
curmudgeons.
If they were like, no one's played this, like not the press, you know, no one's. You're the first people in the world to check this out. I think that would be like a huge, good faith kind of thing.
Yeah.
The whole leapfrogging of the press, and once again,
I mean, I'm
from the equation.
Obviously, I mean, we, want to play it, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be too butthurt if that was the case, because we can cut to the front of the line anyway.
I mean, I think, okay, using the Comic-Con analogy, there's celebrities there. There's like, ooh, it's Harrison Ford, or it's a short person from a show, or something. Yes, there are, I guess, ostensible celebrities that go to PAX, people who make games, but that sense of like availability and accessibility to them seems so much more generous than you would get at a Comic-Con. I'm wondering if also, if we could have more PAXs, might we have less ornery people on message boards because they might have a better understanding of their human beings and actually make these video games.
I always said PAX is my favorite thing to go to because it is the opposite of reading YouTube comments.
Yes.
Nobody is being pedantic or vicious or attacking anyone. It's all pretty much like, oh hey, I like the thing you do. Oh my god, like this is a thing that I like. Like I like all these things. Holy shit, let's be friends. Let's hang out. Like,
everyone's happy there.
Yeah.
And even there's a group, but they're such great guys, and they always do a prank at PAX. And when I first knew about it, I was like, oh god, you know, I think prank, I think malice, I think YouTube comments. Oh, what if you allow them to, like, you know, suddenly have access to a prank?
Is it the Landos?
No. Yeah, like the Lando Society, which I thought was the most brilliant thing I had ever seen. I still wear my T-shirt. It's a picture of Lando Calrissian. It says "Never Forget."
Oh.
And it's
they just all dressed up like Lando Calrissian and just marched around.
Yeah, and then they did something the following year. Once again, with something that traditionally and so easily would be negative and nasty, they do it in a far more generous spirit. And it only makes sense in the context of PAX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that. I love that there's also PAX Prime is great because it's so social, because everything is so dense and downtown, and that convention center is just a whole bunch of floors, and everyone's, you know, there's beanbag chairs, everyone hangs out, you know.
I'll be careful about those.
If
I catch either of you on a beanbag chair, you're gonna have problems. I'm gonna be in the other room as you get diseases.
No, we're not gonna have, but point being, there are people who go there and sit there, you know.
Oh, I know.
Young people with strong immune systems.
Small romantic moments suddenly in their nascent states.
Yeah.
What happens in the beanbags stays in the beanbags.
No, in the beanbag.
Yeah, no, like literally in the fabric. Yeah,
it gets in them. And then
that's the one thing that I would say, that's the one thing that the internet has going for it, in spite of all the viciousness and like the kind of anonymity and the weird cold, it's all made out of numbers. There's only viruses you're gonna get are gonna be computer viruses. You're never gonna get disgusting diseases that make you feel like you're dying. You're never gonna get physically sick from the internet. Whereas going to a convention, it is very likely you will get sick, because you get people from all over the world or the country or whatever who come in. Maybe they're not really so used to hygiene. Who knows?
Yeah, well.
Not pointing any fingers.
But you know what? We like games. And if you like games, you like mutations.
Exactly.
Yeah. Max is evolving into feverish Max. He needs to go hibernate in his hotel bed.
It's probably convenient then that GTA 5 is coming out right after PAX, because a lot of people are going to be homesick.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's smart. That's good. It's real expensive. I've spilled maple syrup on my shirt.
Would you like to support Casual Friday and get something that, I gotta be honest, is pretty cool? Well, you should check out Loot Crate.
What is Loot Crate, Adam Sessler?
Well, Maximum Scovanian.
Loot Crate is a subscription box service for geeks and gamers that delivers epic items to your door every month for less than $20 a month. Previous crates have included items from Marvel, Nintendo, Blizzard, and many more. So if you've got an idea for an item in the future crate, tell them. Loot Crate wants each crate to be the perfect gift for the geek in all of us. Check out lootcrate.com/casual for 10% off on your first order. It's like going to PAX in box form.